up for this gig, we had about 6 or 7 people showing up, so this is not what I signed up for. So if you find me checking notes, I'm a little nervous in front of a big group. But I need a volunteer to start. Who in this group has the gift of art? Sarah? Can you come join me? While Sarah's coming up, anybody like to take notes?
I'll take notes.
Good. You can put away all your notebooks because I put all the notes online for you. There's a link up on the Facebook page and on the meetup page for Asheville Blogger Society. You can also go to this link, Tribely/Asheville-Blogger-Society-Meetup. So just go there. We're going to try and video this and put the video up there. If it captures everything okay, it'll be up there. I put together some great resources and links for you guys to check out, things that might help you with your blogging, and I also want to continue the conversation in this space too. So if there's questions that I'm not addressing, things that you're thinking about later on, hop on this page, just leave a comment. We can continue the conversation. Can everybody hear me okay? Am I speaking loud enough for the So I want to keep this fairly casual and light, so I want this to be a conversation. So please stop me along the way, ask me questions. If there's something you're confused about or I'm not being clear about, just jump in anytime and let's have a discussion. So my first question to the group, and I need a real answer here, has anybody failed epically in their life here? Yeah, it's honesty. I love an honest group. Would anybody care to just share a 1-minute recap of an epic failure? Please.
Okay, sure. I believe the guy's name was Robert Inman, and he used to be on the WBTV Channel 3 News, and I was writing for one of the magazines in town years ago, and Bob Inman started writing novels, so he came to town, and I was sent to interview him, and he wrote a non-fiction book about his childhood, right? So he talked about this one chapter from the book, and it's still one of the most embarrassing times in my life as a reporter, a young reporter. But he wrote a non-fiction book, and to me that means true stories. And one of the chapters in the book he read from was about Michael Jordan coming to this little town in North Carolina called Spot, North Carolina, and how it affected and impacted the town, and now they built a statue and all this stuff. And at the end of it, he said, "Does anyone have any questions?" And I raised my hand and said, "Yeah, what eventually happened to Spot, North Carolina?" And everyone started laughing, and he's like, "It's a complete work of fiction." And then after that meeting, I went up to him and said, "Oh, by the way, I'm the reporter here to interview you." Yeah, the dumbest guy in the room. Yeah.
That's awesome. Very good. So the reason I asked the question is because I just created it's actually a 6-month course that I actually just released last week. I've opened it up to the public, and this 6-month course, I'm cramming into 20 minutes for you guys tonight. So I'm going to give you the high-level 10,000-foot view. And the first part in this course, believe it or not, is probably the first course ever that starts with failure. Because I believe that true art arises out of failure. I believe that beauty arises out of chaos. And I believe that in order for us to be great artists, great writers, great bloggers, that we've got to go through some struggles. We've got to go through some hardships and tough things in life so that we can truly discover who we are and what makes us come alive. My own short story is I started out in the corporate world, decided to leave my cushy job, well-paying job, with a young family, 2 small kids, and I took this leap of faith into entrepreneurship and started my own IT services and home theater business locally where I was at the time. And about, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years into it, we were so financially broke from this whole leap of faith. We literally sometimes what we envision in our head for success isn't necessarily what happens every time, and that's why we have so many people raising their hands and saying, yeah, I've experienced epic failure. So epic failure is a reality, I think, in all of our lives at some point. And the neat thing is that in a variety of epic failures in my life, I've realized through those times what my gift, what my passion, what makes me come alive is. And what it is it's speaking to small businesses on the brink of failure. It's speaking to bloggers or artists or people that are trying to make ends meet, try to make an income doing what they love. And it took some epic failure and entrepreneurship for myself to discover what I really wanted to do with my life. And so step one for you guys, the first tribe building tip that I have for you is go out and start something. Just do it. Just do something. You can't just sit on the sideline. Michael Jordan, my personal childhood hero, basically went out and said, you know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If you're sitting on the bench, you're not going to be able to make that game-winning shot. He missed 26 game-winning shots in his career, maybe more. But missing 26 game-winning shots means you're making how many, and you're succeeding in a lot of areas. So go out there and start. That's number one. You've got to start. So failure should be a tool for feedback, to figure out where is the universe or God or whatever you believe in, where is this failure leading me into my life. When you can speak from that place of failure in your writing and on a blog, it's a very, very powerful place. And quite honestly, some of my most popular, most shared articles that help me build my tribe bigger than any other article has been from spots of vulnerability and sharing and failure. So I encourage you to do that. Share it. Be vulnerable and transparent in writing what you do online. And I forgot to have you draw a storm, so we're going to skip that.
Can we just look up?
Like I said, I queued up the storm, so. Can you draw some wings for me?
With Linda
I'm sorry.
Or without?
Spark. Like a match. While Sarah is drawing our spark, I'm going to read a quote from, has anybody ever read The
Art of War?
War of Art
War of
by
Art.
Stephen Pressfield? Stephen Pressfield says, "Are you born a writer? Were you put on earth to be a painter, a scientist, an apostle of peace? In the end, the question can only be answered by action. Do it or don't do it. It may help to think of it this way. If you are meant to cure cancer or write a symphony or crack cold fusion and you don't do it, you not only hurt yourself, even destroy yourself. You hurt your children. You hurt me. You hurt the planet. You shame the angels who watch over you, and you spite the Almighty who created you, and only you with your unique gifts, for the sole purpose of nudging the human race 1 millimeter farther along its path back to God. Creative work is not a selfish act or a bid for attention on the part of the actor. It's a gift to the world and every being in it. Don't cheat us of your contribution. Give us what you've got." So my question to you is, who here knows why they wake up in the morning? Good. Got a few people that know why they wake up. What drives you? What motivates you? What makes you come alive? What is your art? So the spark. Our spark. That's a storm, very good. Everyone has a spark within them. This is your gift, your strength, your passion, the very thing that you have to offer to somebody else in the world that needs it. You have a purpose and a reason that you're alive, and you are meant to serve a specific group of people, which we'll later describe as your tribe. So find that spark. So what lights you up? And then once you figure out what lights you up, you need to specifically define who is the audience that you need to serve. Who is that audience? The more specific you can be about that audience, the easier time you're going to have finding them online. You can't build a tribe if you're trying to build the whole world. If you're trying to attract the whole world into your blog, quite honestly, you're going to fail. You need to figure out who you're speaking to, because then you can go out and find that group of people. There's a specific group of people that need to hear from you, from your perspective, and your story, and your personal strength. So tribe building tip number 2 is to clarify your offer. Figure out your spark. So when a caterpillar gets into the cocoon, we can call that, in our little example here, a point of reflection, figuring out who they are. Maybe in our lives, if we head into a cocoon, we might have gone through some sort of failure or devastation in our life. When that cocoon opens up, and that caterpillar is no longer a caterpillar, what does he have to show off? Wings. Sarah, it's beautiful. So, just like the caterpillar and the butterfly analogy, you need to discover your wings and open them up for the world to see. And part of opening up your wings the world can see on your blog is developing a platform, setting up a platform that clearly communicates how people are. Okay, and I'm not just talking about a beautiful website. Beautiful websites help, but I'm talking about a very clear message. I'm talking about very compelling content people want to see. Think about how you might be drawn into the beauty of a butterfly. That's what you need to be for your audience. Allow your audience to see you in full form. Don't hide your wings. Come out in full form. So, technically speaking, online, one of the things you want to try to do is every single page you create on your website should have one intention and one action, call to action, or one specific reason that page exists. So, I do a lot of work with SEO, and one of the things you want to try to do is narrowly create a keyword plan for a specific page. So one page should really be one keyword, one specific topic that you're addressing. Don't try to create 20 different topics in what you're trying to do. Try to be real clear in your message and convey a very consistent, clear intent for that post that you're putting out there. And then one action. What would you like the visitor on that page to do? Would you like them to sign up for an email list? Would you like them to buy something? Would you like them to share it on social media? Would you like them to, I don't know, email it to a friend? Whatever that specific action is that you want that person to take, just drive that one call to action home. Just be very clear about that one. Don't try to get them to do things. Don't try to get them to sign up for a list, buy something, and share it. Just be very, very crystal clear about what you're trying to create with that one page. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to networking. I think a lot of conversion rates, numbers, and percentages and math. A good, solid web page, a beautiful page with incredible wings, a blog anyway, is going to convert 3 to 5% of visitors into a lead, meaning getting that visitor to sign up for your email list, getting them to engage in some way, make a comment. 3 to 5% is a great blog. An average blog is probably on the 1 to 2% range. A little tip, just a side tip. If you're looking to build an email list, build a blog, which I highly recommend. Email marketing is the strongest form of ROI online. You can, if you're looking to get paid for what you do online, building an email list and eventually releasing a product to that list is the #1 way to get paid for a blog online. Another way is a lot of rather than just your